Okay, my goal when I came to Israel was really to learn the art of pediatric cardiac surgery. And the reason, first and foremost, was that, I come from a country with a 45 million population, and there we don't have a single pediatric cardiac surgeon. Being in the hospital, seeing all these children who are in need of cardiac surgery and they cannot be provided there, and they came from very poor families, they cannot afford to go outside for treatment or anything like this, and all these patients, you just see them die just in front of you. When you see a patient like this, you know that it's just a matter of time before the patient dies, and actually that feeling really made me feel so bad.
How many Tanzanian children have died needlessly because there isn't someone like you there to save them?
In average, in a day, you can have like 5 or 6 children dying. So, and this is only like in 24 hours. They could be because of different diseases. But if you look at these statistics, that what we see, like in a day, if 24 hours passes and maybe we have 1 death or 2 deaths, this is actually like a surprise. And every doctor feels very good that at least we didn't have maybe many children as usual dying. And if we look at the statistics, other statistics from other countries, where we say that for congenital heart disease, it's at least 1% of the population. Now, being in Tanzania with 45 million, then you can see just for congenital, it's almost 500,000 population of the population. And also, if you look at the other acquired heart diseases, like rheumatic heart diseases, which we still have in Tanzania, then you can realize that the number really goes very high, and there is a very big need to really look after these children. We are just beginning to start to operate, to do open heart surgery for the children, and in our list of pediatric cardiology, we have already more than 400 patients waiting. So you can realize how difficult situation this is. And being as a doctor, working in Africa, you have all this knowledge, but you're not equipped to take care of your patients. It's really a very sad feeling and very depressing for a doctor. And with time, you're seeing all this death every day, 2, 3, 4 children dying. With time, you form like a shell, and you just learn to move on.
Salma is one of the lucky ones. She will live a normal life thanks to the operation that was performed here. But there are many more Tanzanian children who aren't that lucky.
Yes, very many. And again, every time when I look at the list, only in our hospital, 400, 450 children. And it's always now it's become more and more painful, and we have to call these patients up and say, okay, in 2 months, please come to the hospital. There's even a better hope that children can even have heart surgery here. And it's always very depressing to hear on the other side the parents say, oh, okay, we're just very sorry because he died maybe 2 months ago or 3 months ago. And so every time we make a call, we are really terrified because we don't know what will be the reply on the other end.
Are there days where you think the challenge is too big?
When you take a look at a child that you have operated and you knew that this child maybe had a year or 2 years to live, and you see that you have given this child another 40 years or 50 years, this is enough to say, you know what, let me sit back, even though maybe I'm getting so frustrated now, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, and but again, we managed to do this. Maybe we managed to operate this child, and this child is better now. And you say, well, should I let 100 to die, or should I stay, and even out of the 100, if I can save 5 or 10? And I think the choice becomes clear that it's better to save the 10 rather than to let 100 die. So, because every life is important and it's priceless.